Yoruba Council writes Tinubu over rising tension in Lagos. A group under the auspices of Yoruba Council Worldwide has called for urgent intervention over the political wrangling in Lagos. The group gave the advice in an open letter written to President Bola Tinubu and made available to Tribune Online on Monday. The letter, signed by their group's president, Are Oba Hassan Oladotun, Esquire, urged Tinubu to intervene by finding a lasting solution to the brouhaha between the executive and legislative arm of the state. The recent scenario concerning Lagos State Commissioners list brouhaha between the executive and the legislative arm really deserves your fatherly review and leadership urgent intervention. Can you imagine? As President of Federal Republic of Nigeria, however, your continued leadership, guidance, strategic engagement, and tactical roles in Yoruba land, and particularly Lagos State political landscape and development, remains very crucial and sacrosanct more than the past. Most importantly, to keep the foundation base politically intact. Not building. Sir, having noticed the religious bickering and or bickering and unmitigated attrition and the attendant discords overtaking the fundamental democratic tenets, civil decorum, and ethical principles in Lagos State between Mr. Governor and the legislative arm. Hence, being the apex Yoruba umbrella body and mouthpiece of the entire Yoruba people globally, we deem it fit to call your attention, urgent attention and intervention for the purpose of showing instructive guidelines and leadership direction as a leader of Yoruba land. Sir, your continued engagement with the political stakeholders in Lagos or in Lagos State and Southwest generally must be well established than ever before. We understand the current enormous task before you, while we are fully aware of the current situation and discordant tunes of political acrimony, agreements and disagreements which are expected in political power calculus. However, we strongly believe that any issue that can be managed internally and mutually as one solid and formidable political family is not meant to be treated in the open, as this will inevitably be viewed as lack of internal cohesion and mutual positively impactful agreement or engagement. Okay, consequently means the Yorubas washing one's dirty linen in the open. Sir, your impeccable practical leadership qualities and strength of political direction must be seriously brought to bear, particularly on all these defective developments. And never in the history of Lagos is our development predicated on religious divisions between the Christians and Muslims, whereas if left unchecked, the traditionalists may eventually thrown in the gauntlet in demanding their inalienable and founder rights too, that may consequently lead to a house of commotion. By this singular test of your yet another leadership ability, capacity, and capability, hence your intervention role is more germane and so much required in order to salvage the imminent wrecking ship, not only in Lagos State, but entire Southwest generally. We need to urgently stabilize the home front and ensure all interests are pleased across board, while the need for critical, peaceful engagement of all strata, ranging from political, social, cultural organizations, religious, and traditional stakeholders is necessary as well. Wow. So this was just write all this piece just to to report what is happening in Lagos State House of Assembly to President Tinubu to come and intervene, because the fracas is between the Christians and the Muslims. So that is what they wanted now. They wanted Muslim ticket, so they will get it, and that is it. They will get it. Okay, so if not for the issue that is happening in the Lagos State House of Assembly, these people now know that there's a bigger problem in Nigerian space than Lagos State. This is political interest being wanting to protect their political interest. That's what I say here, and that is bad. Okay, not understanding that Nigeria is suffering. You are writing for the sake of only the Yorubas and the Southwest. Okay, but it's not going to work. You people allowed Muslim tickets, so you should have it the way you wanted it. All these things people are writing. Lagos State is still not. That Lagos State government is still not legitimately occupied by Sanwo-Olu. If not the Agbero system of election that had in Lagos that made revival not to be there. People of Lagos were really tired of APC, and what you are getting is actually what you asked for because you wanted APC, you wanted the Yoruba Miloko. Nonsense. Somebody said that's exactly what happened when it is time for criminals to share their loot. Yes, those who contributed in rigging the the Lagos State governorship election must be settled, and the time is now. Crooks everywhere. That is true. All the people coming in are people who fought dirty for Lagos State Sanwo-Olu to be there. And now it is time for them to be compensated, and the governor is not compensating them. They go fight. They go fight. Just as like armed robbers, after looting or stealing, when they go to share, that is where fight burst. That is where you know who worked and who did not work. Let them get ready to compensate themselves. Criminals, they are all. Some say you are still in pain because of your defeat or loss in the last gubernatorial election in Lagos State. You will cry until death. Can you imagine? This one said that somebody said the truth. They say he's crying because of his losses. You are just there, okay? And you people that are fighting because of political position will fight and fight and die. I tell you the truth. What you have taken from Nigeria will turn blood in your hand and you pay back. God's punishment is like karma. They all should check how they came to the seat. More troubles to them. Oluomo and his group never start to go and sit down home, bro. Can you imagine? That is it. Criminals and killer people. You should go to Igbo land and settle the killings, kidnapping, destructions of properties, okay, and other criminalities in Igbo land, and leave Lagos alone. Not be only you will suffer. But they can't leave Lagos because they are the life wire of Lagos commercial activities. If you say they should leave, that's fine. But you go no say when they come out, you not go suffer. Okay, this called Igbo boys, you can do, but nothing in Lagos state set of Mumu. Okay, in the midst of corruption and vote rigging, definitely there must be Wahala. The Agbado's Republic. Are there not bigger political crises in your state? Not really. Una go suffer. I pour videos die. We are trying to link it to Igbo Yoruba now because that is what Tinubu has succeeded in creating. Okay, tribal bigotry in the making. So they will leave the real issue and they will start insulting other people. Lagos State must suffer for insulting the Igbos. They never see something. Mumu people, and that is how it will be. That is how it will be. Lagos will definitely suffer. Okay. So thank you for listening, and let's have your comment on what is happening in Lagos State House of Assembly. And later they have written, the Yoruba group in Lagos has written to Tinubu now to come and intervene on their behalf as they share their political loot.